Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
You know, I really think that maybe we ought to just leave the mics on, Greg, all the time during the breaks so the people could hear Gene Smith.
Words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom, because he is a
Gene's
man.
golden tidbit.
It is. We need to be writing these down. But let's switch over to God's country. I'm sorry. That's what it is over there in north central Arkansas. This is that time again where we get to talk to Ron Branaman, who's he's a rookie over at Gastons Resort.
And if the statute of limitations ever run out, you might get to go back.
I might get to go back. That's
right.
A real optimistic thing to talk about. Probably get Ron a little mixed up here. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning, Larry. How are you today?
I'm doing great. And what's the weather over at Lakeview, Arkansas?
Weather's gorgeous. We got a fly-in going on this weekend. We got the Carbon Cub Club. And that's those little airplanes like they fly in Alaska with the big balloon tires. They're a lot of fun to watch.
Really?
We're going to have some contests today.
So how many planes are there?
I think there's about 20.
Wow.
Wow, that's neat.
Did y'all hear that, folks? Now you can actually fly into not with a small jet or anything like that. You could try. No, I don't even try. But that's the thing we hadn't even talked about, Ron, is this is a big part of Gastons, isn't it?
It's a big part of the business, and we get a lot of folks just fly in and fish and fly back out the same day. So you just never know what you're going to get. A lot of people fly in and stay all week, or just fly in for a cheeseburger at lunch, Sunday brunch. It's real common to have half a dozen planes out here flying in for Sunday brunch.
Yeah,
it was strange. In fact, coming down yesterday.
Yeah.
On the I-40, I see one of these planes with the big tires.
Oh, you saw it? It was heading to Gastons.
He was probably heading this way. Yeah, they're from all over the country, and we've been doing this for several years with them.
Yeah.
And a great bunch of people, and they just have a big time. They just fly every night. Most of them got in Thursday, so they've been here a couple of days.
Okay. All right.
And today they'll have a little contest, and we look forward to it. It draws a lot of local people down here to watch the airplanes. It's a lot of fun.
What kind of, fishing contest? Is that what it is? I mean, they're not doing loop-de-loops out there.
Well, they're actually doing landing and takeoff contests, and then they have a little flower bag drop where they put a target out on the airstrip and they fly real low over it and drop the flower bag on it. And
so that's going on.
A lot of fun.
That's going on today.
It's going on today. Usually they start doing that about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, folks, hear that? You'll nice leisurely 5-hour drive over to Gastons. This is your time to do it. And I don't know about availability of cottages and things like that, but
something like that, they'd sleep in their car.
Yeah,
there you go.
There you go. But so many things that Gastons does, and let's talk fishing before we get you out of here, because I know you can't wait.
Fishing, the water's high, of course, Larry. They're running floodgates and generators.
I've seen photographs. Yeah.
Trying to dump some of this water, but the fishing's been crazy good. You just got to be careful out there on that high water. Most of our guests are using guides, which is a really good idea.
That's
on
a
this
very
type
good
of water.
Yeah.
But they're running the equivalent of about 8 generators with their floodgates. They don't have the floodgates open all the way. I think they got them open a half a foot.
Yeah.
And it's the equivalent of about 8 generators. So
wow.
the water's high and fast, but man, they are catching a lot of browns on live worms. Live worms have been probably the hottest thing going.
Wow. Okay.
Red worms, and they are catching some big fish on the rogues and your countdown baits. The fly fishing, there are some guys dragging these big streamers.
I've seen, okay.
They're fly rods, and they're catching some big browns. The brown trout fishing has just been almost crazy. It's been really good.
What size have you seen? Any?
Well, we're catching a lot of fish in the 2 to 4 pound range.
That's ought to work. Yeah.
We had one guide yesterday. Of course, this don't happen every day, but he had 20 browns before noon yesterday. Now, most of those fish were probably 16 to 18, 20 inches, but he did have 1 6-pounder.
Wow. Well, that's you hear
that
that, folks?
Richie. You know Richie.
I know Richie. Yes, Richie Hayes is out.
Richie Hayes, that's him.
He's out there.
He was hot yesterday, but Frank's been hot too. All of them's been catching these browns just really good. You just got to get that bait down to where they're at.
Well, I know I've got a couple of friends of mine that's coming over for their wedding anniversary next weekend. They're fishing with Frank next Sunday, and Rodney and Regina Owen are coming over there for their wedding anniversary. And,
Wonderful.
And so they're hooked up with Frank, but
they'll do good. Everybody's catching a lot of fish, but like I say, it's just that type of water. The bank fishing's a little bit tougher for folks, and the fly fishing from the bank's a little bit tougher. But there are some spots you can find, and if guests will stop and ask us in the office where to go, we got a couple spots up and down the river here on the resort grounds where they can get in and catch fish. And of course, if they got kids, we like to send them over to our pond that we keep stocked up with a few fish.
That's right. And well, Ron, we appreciate it, buddy. Tell them how to get in touch with you guys.
All right, come see us. Y'all have a great day.
All right, Ron. We'll see you. That's Gastons.com.
Yeah.
That's the way to get in touch with him. We got my buddy Jimmy Bryant on the phone this morning. Good morning, Jimmy.
Good morning, Larry.
How you doing?
Good.
Now, I know, Jimmy, you listen to this show, don't you?
Yeah.
You listen to this show. So what's your favorite part of this show?
The hunting and fishing.
Hunting and fishing. That's all Jimmy wants to know is hunting and fishing. Now, Jimmy, you got a subscription to that magazine yet? Have you got it yet?
Nah.
You're going to get it. You're going to get it. If you don't get it, you let me know. Now, Jimmy's my favorite person because when we have Jimmy on, Jimmy's there's only two people I know that ever lost their glasses and found them. And Jimmy was one. Where did you lose your glasses?
It was up at that lake by Charlotte's house.
That's right. Yeah. You were up at Chickasaw, right?
Yeah.
You and we were walking across the bridge, and what happened to your glasses?
They fell off when I got to hospital.
Yeah. And how did we find them? You remember?
Yeah, Major Harmon put a little hook on a string and
That's
dropped
right.
it down the water.
Yeah. And he found them, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. So that kind of leads into my glasses story too. Hey, Jimmy, we appreciate you, buddy. You have a great day, okay?
All right.
See you, Jim. Jimbo Bryant. We might make a Jimbo regular on here, but I just got a text message from Carl Graham. He's got his coffee ready, and he's ready to roll out there and everything. But
how do you catch a pair of glasses?
All right, here's what he did.
Yeah.
He had a hook, a big hook, like a catfish hook, and he was on the bridge that goes across the water at Chickasaw.
Yeah.
And he felt around down there with a weight and everything, and he found those glasses. I know it sounds impossible. Jim Harmon, retired fireman, but it was pretty amazing. About like mine that I lost in a pond up at earlier this year at in Hardeman County on the McCrory farm, and I put them in my little chair sitting on the bank in the little pocket, and the wind came up when I wasn't looking and blew my chair into the lake. And so I didn't know what. Well, that's the end of those glasses, you know. And about 2 months later, Bobby Barnett found my glasses walking the shore. And always, when you put your glasses, these are my prescription. I had my sunglasses on. I found out, put them in that your container bag. And I use the one that zips up, because if you use the one that just kind of flips and stays in, mine were airtight. And so he found my glasses, and then earlier this week I lost them again at my new ones.
No, you did lose them.
No, I lost my new ones that I had to buy when I didn't think I'd find these. And they found these after I'd already bought me some new ones, and now I lost my new ones playing golf Tuesday. But my good friends at Miramichi found them. So,
I'm gonna buy some stock in some optical companies.
yes, that's.
I like those ones with a big nose and mustache.
That's in that ad for the deer hunters. Have you seen that ad? Those guys the deer wearing those mustaches with the eyeglasses.
Like the old Groucho Marx.
Yeah. But that's a true story. And if anybody's got a story to top that, let me know. I mean, But I'm going out to Miramichi right after I leave here, not to play golf, but to pick up my glasses.
Go pick up your glasses.
Pick up my glasses. And you know how much I love to play golf, but I don't really like to drive to Miramichi twice in one week.
I've been talking about strange things, catching stuff with fishing. You know, I used to do a lot of sauger fishing.
Yeah,
so,
you did.
Know, you're bumping the bottom. Well, I've caught 2 rod and reels off the bottom.
Come on.
Of the Tennessee River.
Bumping the bottom.
Bumping the bottom.
You didn't know what you had.
It just felt strange until I got it reeled up to the top.
I just happened to lose a rod and reel one time over there. At, you still have that?
I still got it. One of them is an old Zebco Cardinal open face spinning reel.
Wow.
So undoubtedly they must have caught a big fish, and it took, I don't know.
It probably fell out of their boat, but this is an antique. And I caught this one in the New Johnsonville Steam Plant Harbor.
Oh, I know where that is.
You know, up there.
Yeah.
And about 30 feet of water. Just, hooked a big eyelet on the rod.
Wow. What luck.
And then the other one I caught on the Tennessee River at the mouth of Mousetail.
Yeah.
Landing Creek over.
Did you? You didn't happen to hook maybe a skeleton or a body down there? I mean, did you? I mean, there wasn't somebody's hand still on the rod and reel, holding on for dear life.
Our guys on the dive team. That's they said the biggest fear. They're down there checking stuff out, and
they think they're going to find a body
and touch something that
it's hard to see.
And
they're just kind of feeling around.
One of our guests, Brian.
Yeah.
He used to do a lot of diving, and he was checking the boat ramp at Pickwick down there up on the upper Yellow Creek.
Yeah, Yellow Creek. Okay.
Because a barge had eased up there or something and maybe broke the ramp. So they had to go down and check. So after they checked it, he had some air in his tank. He just was burning up. So he's out there off the ramp and looking, and he come across something wrapped up in that heavy Visqueen type plastic.
Something.
Yeah. And that's what he told me. That's what he kind of envisioned. Somebody's done dumped a body.
Dumped a body here.
But he felt the muzzle end of a rifle.
So he found a.
Yeah.
They'd wrapped up this rifle.
He pulled, and it was an old SKS rifle.
How did that?
And so they contacted the Hardin County, the Savannah Police, and the Hardin County Sheriff's Department.
Turned it in.
And to check the number and everything, they had no record of something being stolen and everything. So he brought it back to the office. Two days later, the TBI called and said, "We understand you found a rifle." He said, "Yes, I did." He said, "You still got it?" He says, "Yes." He says, "Thank goodness." He says, "That's a prime piece of evidence in a murder out of McNairy County."
Oh, my. We'll have to ask Brian about that. The life of a diver.
Yeah. So you never know. They said they never know what they're going to find.
We know what's coming up next. Fishing Rodeo Talk with Carl Graham. Let's take our break. There's the music. Man, we're already 30 minutes, only an hour away from breakfast.
Hey.
On Outdoors with Larry Ray. We'll be right back.
New day's dawning, and it's called